Hello and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. Hello to those of you watching live on Twitch, and if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to join us live every Thursday for this show at 5 p.m. EST for the live show. Today, we are playing our penultimate episode of Once Upon a Time. We are getting towards the end of this wonderful season, and what a journey it has been. But before I bring us into this penultimate episode, let's go around our cast and crew for today and figure out who we are and who we're playing. We'll start off with our wonderful guest this week. We have, returning once more, the wonderful Nuno. How's it going, Nuno?
Hello. Everything's fine. Third time here. They all say third time's the charm. Let's see what happens this time if the other two were, well, let's say, weird. And yeah, everyone's favorite cleric, Renard, the Frenchman. Well, no, the fantasy, from fantasy, was it not? Last time, coming back.
And we have the lovely Julie, family of friends, joining us for the first time today. How's it going?
It's going good. First time here. Gonna see what happens, so yeah.
Who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Harmony, the human wizard.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing if Harmony can bring some harmony to this team. I feel like Harmony has her work out for her. Oh boy, and our regular cast, we have the fantastic NPC Bree. How's it going, Bree?
Hey, it's going great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited for today.
Oh, me too. I'm so excited to see what kind of shenanigans we can get up to. We only have 2 episodes left, so we really have to permanently scar you before we go. It's kind of now like, it gets a little bit more scarring every week, so let's see what happens. I'm playing Malene, his favorite tiefling warlock, now mother of an adult, or not adult, a young black dragon named Alex. As well as 2 8-legged companions. So I have a menagerie now, so it's fun.
And Kat, Cleric of God, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. Hi, I'm Kat. I'm a Cleric of Cord, and I'm playing Due Diligence, the Warforged wizard, who is probably, like a few others of our TPD family, homeless after last week. We'll see. Yeah. Due almost died, and bad things happened when Due almost died. So, uh-oh. And thank you for the Wild Magic Surge. I think that was, 3-4 episodes ago. If you want to do those more, you've got today and you've got next week. That's your chance. See how badly you can get us into trouble.
I mean, that Wild Magic Surge did cause the police department to burn down, but we will get to that in just a minute. We do have the wonderful Madame Gandalf joining us later. She's just running a little bit late, and she will be playing Sooty, the halfling druid, taster of blood, owner of props, singer of songs. But as for me, I am Susie, otherwise known as Susanna Grace, and I will be your DM this evening. So before I plunge myself once more into the chaotic waters of Once Upon a Time, I'll remind you folks that we are sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, which is our virtual tabletop of choice. All of the wonderful rolls and hopeful crits you see tonight will be rolled using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer, and 40k minis for 20% off. And check out our sponsor, Tabletop Loot, who sell incredible dice. When we hit 20 retweets, we will give away a set of dice to someone here in chat today. So let me just do that little command. There's a little tweet command I gotta do. A little boop, tweet. Okay, so when you retweet that, we get 20 of those. We give away a set of dice, so get retweeting. Get us to 20. I know y'all can do it. You've done it before. And you can also interact with today's game. You can donate to affect our game tonight by giving players natural ones, natural 20s, wild magic surges, and this month's special, the Table of Pets. And this one right here, donate. You can also give me nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges. Just saying. If you want a character dead, I can hook a girl up. Hi, Madam Gandalf. Hello.
Hi. Sorry, we had like a fuse box thing, you know, when you like blow a fuse and then the whole power in your house like goes down, and so yeah, fun. Anyway, I'm here and I'm ready to all the adventures and
Nice. The gang is all here. One last thing before we go live. If there is a moment from tonight's show that you think is particularly funny or dramatic or tense or heart-wrenching, please clip it and share it because we will use these on our highlight reels. We like to share them around. We like to have a good laugh. I have been watching clips from last week's session like every day because they are just very, very funny. So please clip stuff and share them with us. All right, so I will just quickly answer a question in chat and then I'll get started. 1 second. Okay, so last week, our wonderful detectives of the TPD were having another sort of quiet-ish day at work. There was nothing majorly dramatic or drastic happening, just filling out paperwork and chatting amongst themselves. When the captain came in looking very tired, with 2 cups of coffee, which were patently not from the Muffin Men's, which is an institution he is now boycotting after discovering that their gingerbread men were actual men, and he didn't want to be a part of that anymore. He revealed that he has been hearing a song in his head all night and has not been able to sleep, and it's been keeping him up, and it was very, very annoying. It sounded a lot like Fantasy Despacito. At that point, you heard from outside the distant sounds of Fantasy Despacito, and the captain became unresponsive as his expression sort of glazed over, and he just got up and left the TPD. You all followed him, and you found that every single officer was following this sound, and you saw it was coming from not Prince Charming, Special Agent Charming, holding up a fantasy boombox over his head, stood on top of a carriage. Spells were flung, acrobatics checks were made, and Charming started to make his getaway. At which point, Maylene, not Maylene.
I did nothing wrong. It was all Maline.
It was all Maline who jumped onto the back of the captain and attempted to ride him like a horse. Animal handling checks were made and succeeded, and she grabbed his arms and used them like reins as she spurred him on after the carriage. Dew hooked himself onto the back of the carriage, set his wheels in motion, and our tabaxi friend took to the roofs in Assassin's Creed-esque sick parkour moves, made his way across the roofs, and found that Charming's carriage was heading for the sewers. You lost sight of him for a moment as the carriage pulled up and Charming headed deeper inside the tunnels. But you found this where everybody was heading, deep into the sewer. There was an incident with a cowboy hat, which was quickly revealed and then given away to a random child. And you headed further into the sewers, where you saw from, I can't remember what we called Fantasy McDonald's. It was something dumb anyway.
IB's, I think. Was it IB's?
I can't remember. Anyway, we saw from a similar to yet legally distinct from restaurant like McDonald's, they were dumping this black ooze down the sewers, which did attack the party and almost kill Due Diligence. Due Diligence didn't die. And shortly after, you were approached by a small child wearing the cowboy hat that Sooty had bestowed upon him. He revealed himself to be Alex, a young black dragon. And he instantly took to Maylene, and Maylene adopted him as one of her own, and they headed further into the sewers. You found a huge chamber where the members of the entranced TPD were lining the walls in like concentric circles, and in the middle stood Charming. He was monologuing beautifully, and before he had chance to even reveal his evil plan, he was held person just like that. Now, the last time we saw Special Agent Charming, he had been unfortunately hit with a rather unpleasant wild magic surge, which caused cream to ooze out of his pores. Now, he had gotten a handle on this and didn't ooze cream 24/7. However, in high-stress situations, such as being held personed by a bunch of murder hobos, the cream began to pour out profusely from Charming. There was a scene which I can only describe as Office Space, but with a man oozing cream and with a bread knife and a rapier and a dragon child, in which Charming was just horrifically murdered. Just very, very badly murdered in a very creamy way. Do tried to turn everybody around so they couldn't see this. And as the last breath left Charming's body, a imposing spectre rose out of his body and continued the monologue as though nothing had ever happened. He then began to attack the party, where it was revealed that he was doing this on the orders of his new girlfriend, and his new girlfriend was Snow White, who we all know to be the notorious drug baron of Taillandia. Fighting ensued, dragon breath poured out, dragon bites happened, very good fighting happened, and the spectre was defeated. We're actually going to begin this week in media res. The spectre has just been defeated. Renard and Harmony, you find yourselves waking up in a sewer. You don't know how you got here, but you were in a very large chamber surrounded by your fellow officers who are also waking up, and you see in front of you in the middle Maylene, Sooty, and Due Diligence kind of stood around a what could only be described as a cream scone hit by a grenade.
Hello?
Hello?
Where am I? What is this?
Oh, we're in the sewers. It would appear that you two were susceptible to that song.
It had to be the three of you, didn't it? Every single time I get myself into trouble is because the three of you are around. This is...
Oh, no, nobody's in trouble. There's no trouble.
Hi,
You were
Renard.
about, you were about
Hi,
to be
Sooty.
exploded and killed by Jerkface McUglyface, but no, of course, we're the problem.
Do you mean the scone on the ground?
Yes, that's Prince Charming. He had lured all of you here through hypnotization and was going
What?
to kill all of you. Look, even the
was going to
captain
kill
is
you.
here. Do you think the captain would just go to the sewer for fun?
Oh, hi,
Somebody
Captain.
Oh, hello.
somebody might want to clean off the Ms. Dragonoff, Commander Dragonoff. And Dude's going to go over and with a cloth, and he's going to start kind of trying to wipe some of the exploded cream off of her.
She is stood there, and she's a very severe-looking woman. And there is, like, the cream spattered on her, and as you sort of try to wipe it off, she doesn't even flinch or react. She just says, "Thank you, due diligence. Please." And she kind of like pushes you back. Would you
Yes.
care to explain to me what happened?
Well, there was this song, and that movie, with the cute guy with the boombox, and he does this, and the girl follows him. Well, it wasn't a cute guy. It was former Special Agent Charming, and he was on a carriage, and everybody followed him down here.
And why? What was his motivation for this?
And who's going to play back the monologue that Charming had?
And she see like she pull as this is playing. She's like, ugh. And she reaches into like the breast pocket of her jacket, and she pulls out a cigarette and just like clicks her fingers and lights it. And she's like, "Oh, he does drone on, doesn't he?" Can you fast forward it till he gets to the relevant part?
Yes, ma'am. And he'll do so.
And there's a lot of hair flipping and posing and grandiose actions, and his voice is very hamster-like. But as he gets to the bit where it reveals that he has this red apple tattoo and that his girlfriend is Snow White, she looks very interested in this, and her expression sort of hardens, and she goes, "Well, it looks like Ms. White has begun a war. Let's hope she's ready for it. I think we're about ready to take her down. Thank you for this due diligence."
Yes, ma'am.
And she sort of pats the top of your head as she just walks out of the sewer.
Dude's kind of wavering. He's only got about 12 HP, and then being patted on the head by a dragon is kind of, clang, clang.
Yeah, there's a lot of force in it.
Clang, clang, clang with the trolley. Ding, ding, ding with the bell.
At
we should
this
probably
point,
get the
I'm gonna be
catalog
stuck in my
for
head
that.
for the rest of the month now. Thank you guys.
sorry.
It's the only song I can still play on recorders, clarinets, other small woodwind instruments, and every time it's brought up, it's stuck for like a month.
You're just like,
You're
I'm ready.
Oh my god.
No, I will always be far less ready than you, though.
Oh god. Okay, at this point, Captain Colt steps forward and he's kind of rotating his shoulders. So just as a reminder for those who may be new watching, Captain Colt is a centaur man. And so he's sort of rotating his shoulders, and he's got his hand on his lower back, and he's kind of reaching back at his horse ribs, and he says, "What happened? Why do I feel like somebody rode me?"
Probably the pain from the hypnotization, the stiff walking.
Deception check, please, Maylene.
$16.
16. Okay. He sort of leans over at you and kind of squints, but leans back. Very well. I trust you dealt with the issue then, seeing as we're all awake.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We did.
Yes, we definitely handled Charming.
Oh, it was charming.
Yes,
Charming.
and I start playing the recorder again.
So he plays again. He goes, "I don't want to hear it. I never want to hear his voice again. But thank you.
Yes.
I'm going to go back to the headquarters, and I'm going to assemble my gear. And I'm going to go home. It's going to take me hours to get this cream out of my mane.
Captain,
Yes.
if you don't mind, maybe I can help you with that little problem. And I'll
Yes,
cast
please.
prestidigitation and try and clean off the most I can of the cream.
Clear most of it off. I mean, there's still sort of that lingering scent of dairy that's kind of going off a little bit, but he is just. Thank you.
I shoo away one of the tabaxis that are coming over to start.
Yeah, there's like stray cats coming down and stuff, and it's pretty grim when you consider where this cream came from. But hey, stray cats aren't going to complain. But as you guys are kind of gathering yourselves, Captain Colt is arranging officers to lead groups back out to the sewers to get them, some of them are like half undressed because they were in the locker room and this stuff. So he's like trying to make sure nobody's going out nude, and he's taking control of the situation and getting everybody out of the sewers. However, Renard and Harmony are left behind.
Rule number 8, everyone. Remember, rule number 8. Don't touch the ooze. As you leave. Yes. Yeah, don't.
Okay.
You heard the man. Don't touch the ooze. And he looks to one officer in particular, like, you especially do not touch the ooze. All right, so as everybody begins to file out, Meline, Sooty, Do, you are stood here with Renard and Harmony. I believe that they need to be kept up to date with the rule changes.
Yes. Yes. Due diligence is like, right. Okay. And you hear the printer go off. He has a dot matrix printer going off, and reams of paper coming out, which is then quickly assembled and collated and handed to you. And on the front, it just says the rules. These are written for you so that you will have them. We don't expect you to memorize these, but you do have to follow them. Rule number 1, the captain must always have his coffee. Rule number 2, no kink shaming. Rule number 3, you must always have a warrant. I have the warrants. I'll make sure of that. Rule number 4, Finbar, when he's here, is always right. Number 5, we don't talk about the rocking horse. Don't mention it. It's yeah. Rule number 6, all personnel will be buried in a Hawaiian shirt. Rule number 7.
If you do not have one will be assigned to you.
Yes. We cannot guarantee colors, though. That seems to be rather random. 7, bloom before boom. 8, don't touch the ooze. It burns. We learned this earlier. Don't touch the ooze. Rule number 9, when in doubt, burn it out. Rule number 10, it's a Finbar move to always lube. Rule number 11, go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes. Rule number 12, only a ginger may call another ginger. It's a corollary of rule number 2. Rule number 13, no clopping in the stables.
Every time.
Rule number 14, do not use Constable Bob for target practice. Rule number 15, no eating of other detectives. Sadly, this has become an issue, and we've had to institute this rule. And rule number 16, courtesy of an incident, no unwanted intimate pictures.
Okay, this is the new one for me, and I do not even want to ask what happens for this last one to be. Anyway, why was I left here? What happening?
I mean, I was left here too. I don't know why.
Oh, Hi.
Hi.
I do not believe we've met. I saw you around in the precinct once or twice. Harmony, correct?
Yes, that's me.
Well, good luck. I do not know what's going to happen today. I don't know why
You
we're
have
left
a
behind.
nice name. Your name is easier to pronounce than Reynard's.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, sorry. You can complain to my parents.
Can we do that? Can we meet Reynard's parents?
I immediately regret my decision of saying that sentence.
That's so exciting. Oh, we can plan for that after we kill the Snow White lady.
At this point, Alex kind of tugs on your dress, Maylene, and goes, "Hey, Mom, so what are we gonna do with the creamy dead man?"
Well, he's probably awful to eat. We've tested that. So, do we leave him here to rot, or do you think that Snow White would be good at raising people from the dead? Because I don't want to see him ever again. Should we burn it?
I look at Sudi and I go, Bloom? Before Boom?
I guess that kind of counts as a bloom before boom. See if you can raise someone from the dead before you fire burn them.
Do we want
But do
to
we
try
want him
raise
to bloom?
I
Do
mean,
we, by any chance, want to ask questions to this fallen individual, or not really?
Why?
Do we
Can
really
we do
want
that?
him talking?
Perhaps I could do a little bit of magic and get his spirit back on his body, and maybe you can ask some questions. Well, exactly 5 questions.
Reynard, how smart!
Have you heard him
Sometimes.
talk?
Yeah, but
no.
we know where Snow White is.
For example, that was weirdly a good plan, Melin. I'm impressed.
And then we
Reynard's a
burn his
genius. I
body.
can't wait to tell his parents.
Oh no.
He can tell his parents how smart he is and how he's talking to
no.
creamy corpses.
Every single time. Every single time. Well, anyway, if we want to do this, think about the questions we want to ask, and then whenever we are ready, I can cast a spell.
What is Snow White's weakness? Where is Snow White? What is his favorite color? So we know to take it
Yes.
all out of the people.
What is
I love
the
that
airspeed of a European swallow?
Also, is it fun being a ghost?
What's his favorite color?
What's his favorite
So-
color? See, there's a.
We asked twice what his favorite color is, just in case he's lying. That
What is his quest? What is his name? What is the air velocity of an unladen European swallow?
Where can we find Snow White, and what is her weakness? Unless you have better ideas, Reynard, you're the one talking to him.
no,
could just-
you know what? I'm very curious about the color as well, and especially about the one of how it is being a ghost. I have no idea. It is actually quite interesting. So you know what? Sure. And I cast Speak with That on the
Okay.
pile of cream.
You take a moment to cast your spell, and you feel that it's worked. You're not entirely sure how this pile of cream and blood and bones and people bits, this veritable fruit salad of a man is going to speak. But nonetheless, the spell takes effect, and you hear, "Yes, you've got charming."
Oh no, I regret this already. Okay, so question number 1. I forgot what it was, guys.
What is your quest?
Was that no? It was something about Snow White. What is your favorite color?
Well, that's an interesting question, because you see, it changes with my moods, you see. Usually I'm a sort of puce man, but sometimes when the weather's grey, puce doesn't exactly cut it, in which case I'm all in on gold. Red is a very good color on me, too.
Honestly, I did not know he was going to go so long about color. I was expecting one word. Well, anyway.
We're definitely burning his body after this.
Yeah, probably for the best.
It's probably best so that nobody has any temptation to touch the cream on his body.
Yeah. Anyway. Where is Snow White?
She's in her penthouse, you idiot. In the middle of town. Everybody knows where it is. You can't miss it. Big red apple on the side.
Good.
So you're saying that we're heading to the Big Apple? I've always wanted to go to the Big Apple.
Broadway.
What is her week?
Does Snow White have any weaknesses or something of the sort?
You hear him go, naughty. Well, she's a sucker for a bouquet of flowers and a heart-shaped box of chocolates, if that's what you're asking.
Maybe. Maybe we can use it into our advantage. Who knows?
Reynard, you could seduce Snow White.
Perhaps. It is an option.
Well, I mean, it worked well with the television lady.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
In the end, we did end up killing that lady as well, so is this where this plan is leading as well? Probably, right? Oh no.
What is the airspeed of a European swallow?
Oh, well, that's 24 miles per hour or 11 meters per second.
Is that laden or unladen?
Unladen.
Oh, good to know.
The more you know.
Charming?
Yes.
What is it like to be dead?
It's fabulous, darling, honestly. Never felt more thin, never felt more relaxed. No corporeal form to weigh me down. My hair is always perfect, and I can go wherever I like.
Okay, I would love to stay and chat, but that was 5 questions. Thank you very much, Print.
Toodaloo.
Ex-agent. Whatever. Cream body.
He does talk a lot.
Oh my god, yes, he talks too much.
I cast grease and then create bonfire.
Okay, while you do that, I've just seen what you wrote in chat. He looks like a Twinkie that somebody stepped on. Oh, okay. So, due diligence, cast grease, and then create bonfire, and Charming's creamy, greasy remains go up in a bunch of flames. The evil is banished. It smells of hairspray, cheap cologne, and slightly rotting dairy.
It is best we leave now.
Yes. This only will get worse. Let's go. Want to buy flowers and chocolates, no?
Apparently.
We should probably clean up first.
Oh, yeah.
We are in the sewers.
True.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I could use a trip to the repair shop.
It's kind of at that point, as Dew mentions that you're in the sewers, you realize you're like knee deep in water, and you don't really want to think about what's in this water, but it's probably best to get out of it before, you know, infection sets in and you lose a leg. All right, so are you going to head back to the TPD to clean up, get repaired?
On the way there, I will just cast a couple of prestidigitations along the way to clean the biggest part of everyone's mess.
Yeah, you've never used prestidigitation to clean off fatbergs before, but it works surprisingly well.
Hey.
But you begin to make your way back to the TPD. As you do so, you notice that there is a lot more activity in the street than usual around the TPD precinct. And there are carriages, big carts and wagons coming past quite fast. And you see they have huge, big containers on the back that sound sloshing as if there's like water inside. And you hear bells ringing like ding, 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 ding. And there's buckets being passed. And you see, as you round the corner where the precinct once stood, is just a burnt frame of a building. It almost completely fell down in the blaze. There is not much left.
The desk!
Would you like
So
to
I'm
go
pretty
see if
sure-
the desk is there?
Yes.
Stu is like barreling through looking for the desk.
Okay, so you engage the speedy mode on your wheels, and you zoom straight up to the reception hall, where the desk has stood faithful and desk-like for many a year, and you find nothing bash. Buried slightly under a pile of ash is the little metal front desk sign that sat on top of him for his entire career.
He was so close to retiring. Also, we all know for a fact now, out of character, Susanna is no longer invited to family Christmases. Mom will never forgive you.
Nope, I'm disowned.
Stu is crying. Just big grease streaks rolling out of his eyes.
Your rust.
Sooty just immediately whips out like a hanky. It's just like,
We, if we adopt
Maintenance costs
his-
a lot.
we could adopt his son and he will be our step stool. Sorry.
And Captain Colt steps forward at this point, and he's very solemn. He's removed his hat, and he says, "He was a good desk. I don't think we'll see any of his like again." I'm being shouted at in chat. So, is there anything you would like to do before we do a little tiny time skip?
Can we cast mending on the desk? Or is it too late? Is it too ash?
It is far too late.
That does not stop Moline from trying.
Oh,
She spends-
okay.
And she's crying as like her, Horace, as well as Gretchen. We're just like piling together ash, trying to make like little legs, trying to put ash on top like a desk. While Molina's just casting it, and she's getting covered in ash. Her blue skin now like a soot gray, and she's just like, no.
After a while, Bob just comes up and he kind of like wraps you in a big hug, and he's like, "It's all right, Moline. You can't bring him back, but he'll live on forever in our hearts. Come on."
The desk.
Stu activates the Roomba function and starts gathering up the ash into a container.
We
And
should
then you'll
spread
find the
him
plaque.
around the stables. It's what he would have wanted.
Yes. And starts polishing off the plaque and
Mm-hmm.
While this is happening, I'll move closer to Harmony. I'll say, "So I swear this kind of makes sense. It's complicated, but it does make sense. Just leave them a little bit."
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, from Harmony's point of view, you never really had anything to do with the desk. It was just a desk. You would come in on a morning for your shift. There would be either Addison or any of the other regular receptionists, staff members on that front desk. You'd sign in, and then away you go. So it's bizarre to you that they would be reacting so strongly to a desk reduced to ash. But as you all sort of have this moment of mourning for the desk, we're going to skip ahead a few days. And the TPD has gathered for the sort of proto-funeral of the desk. It's outside. The framework of the TPD has been sort of covered with a big tarp, and you're in like the grounds. Yes, what like?
He is draped in a Hawaiian shirt. The urn.
So the urn has a Hawaiian shirt over it. Oops. And at present at this funeral is his small son, a stool. It's raining. So there's a TPT officer with an umbrella held over the top of the stool, and as Captain Colt says a few quiet words, he steps forth and presents the stool with the metal nameplate, and as you all file away, I would like you to make me perception checks. Unless you want to say anything.
So, 21.
12.
Right. 21 from Renard. We got a 12 from Dew. There's a 16 from Maylene, right?
And
Or was it a 5?
No, it's a 5. That was an old roll.
Okay, so 5 for Maylene. A 14 for Sooty. And what did Harmony get?
13.
A 13 for Harmony. Okay, so Harmony, Renard, Sooty, and Dew. As you're all kind of stood around, you kind of notice way in the back, there is a figure who looks as if they're sort of watching on, but not actually there to be at the funeral. And as you notice them, they sort of turn and leave quickly. But you see something drop to the ground slowly. Like float down. Looks like an envelope.
Hey, psst. Did anyone see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
We should go check it out.
Someone go there, I'm scared.
What?
I'm not doing it.
I'll go.
What are we doing? What's going on?
Okay, go get somebody drop something.
Okay.
Litter
You
bugs.
want me to send?
We have litter bugs.
I can send.
I'll go.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so you wheel on over and you see what appears to be an envelope. And written on the front, it says, "To the detectives of the TPT."
I shake it.
There is no sort of rattle or anything. There's just like another piece of paper in there.
And it doesn't
Hold
blow
that
up.
to your ear, you can hear the ocean.
I just want to make sure it's not going to blow up if I shake it.
Nope.
So, okay. So he'll kind of he'll catch Renard's eye, motion for them to come over, and everybody else. Right, come here.
Oh, okay.
And then he'll open up the envelope.
Okay. written on this piece of paper, it's not written per se. It's like a comic ransom note. It has been made out of letters that have been cut out of newspapers and magazines and stuck onto a page. And it simply says, I have your desk.
What?
They never learned to write.
He was due to retire today.
No, wait. This means he's not, hasn't perished, not dead.
But if that wasn't the desk, then whose ashes are those?
Someone else's. It's a building.
I wonder if
Wow.
ash works the same as blood. Maybe so he can lick it and tell us.
Wait, what?
That's a good question.
Okay, no, I'm all for this. All right, are you doing this?
I'm doing it. I'm
Okay.
looking.
Roll me an investigation check.
That would be a 16 total.
16. Okay, so Sooty, you march on over to the urn, which is kind of in the middle on like a little table. There's some flowers next to it, a photo of the desk. You pull off the Hawaiian shirt and cast it aside. You take off the lid, lick a finger and dip it in, lick the finger. You know,
Oh my god.
the desk was made of oak. He was an oaken desk, a good, strong, noble oaken desk. This tastes like birch.
As a druid, I feel like I know my way around a piece of wood. And I can tell you that this is not the wood I'm familiar with.
She's especially familiar with hardwoods.
Not a softwood kind of girl.
That's why I look after it and I make sure to polish that wood every day. But, this is a birch, whereas our table was an oak.
Well, oak, right? Oak. So you
Yeah.
said
Oak! It's not,
Son of a
it's not
birch.
our table.
Everybody,
He's not a son of a birch.
everybody is horrified as Sooty has just dipped her hand into this urn of what they thought was their beloved comrade and tasted it. But upon revealing that these are not the desk's ashes, there is a quiet gasp that spreads around the crowd assembled, and the metal nameplate falls off the stool as the stool shakes in shock. Captain Cole goes, "What do you mean? Are you telling me this is an imposter desk?"
Well, if it's not our desk, who
It's
died?
an upholstered desk.
It's just a desk.
Have we been bamboozled? I should have said it was a bamboo desk. Fuck, that'd have been great. Damn. Rewind. I said bamboo.
We have been bad. Dude's gonna take the Hawaiian shirt off of the urn, fold it up.
I agree with Harmony, though. It appears that this is just a desk. It's a double-desker.
But sometimes a desk is just a desk.
True.
True.
Well then, what happened to our desk?
Oh,
yeah, of course.
somebody
They
who
bought
can't
them.
write says that they took them. And I hold up the letter.
And the captain takes it from you and reads it. And as he lifts it up, because he's obviously much taller than you being a centaur, you see that the light kind of passes through the bottom, and you can see a sort of a watermark that looks like a cat's hole.
Oh no.
I start looking for Two Boots.
Two Boots is nowhere to be seen.
You know. Oh. I mean, we did have to chase him off the one time he mistook the desk for a scratching post.
But would he take this?
You think
Now, you do remember Two Boots was with you the whole time in the sewer until Charming died, and then he dips out.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Yes.
Unless he came back, burned down the entire TPD, and took the desk. Did the person who burnt down the TPD burn down the desk? Who burnt down the TPD? I still don't know what's going on!
Captain Colt says, well, nobody knows who burnt down the TPD. There's no accelerant used. There was no torches or matches that we found on the sea. It just spontaneously combusted.
Wow.
We've yet to take an inventory, but it does also seem like a lot of the contraband has been taken. We had we'd secured a large shipment of Snow Whites, and that is missing too.
Well, that explains why they didn't write it. If they have just paws, then they can't hold a pen or a pencil. Wonder how they cut out with the claw. That's right. Due diligence is just kind of
Logicking, yeah.
Yeah. He's got this big dent
Error.
in his head, in the top right now. It's kind of scrambled things a little bit. He hasn't had it popped out yet.
Well, we must find out where our desk is then. He is an officer of the TPD after all, and we must retrieve one of our own. Trust I don't need to order you like I had to do when Bob was missing the first time.
Do you have to order us?
I had to order you, yes.
Bob has gone missing like 9 times. If we look back at the history of Bob's disappearances.
He does tend to wander.
Spiny goes, yes, I actually spoke to a doctor about that. He says I have a acute case of the wanderlust. I can't be helped.
Have you been able to eat jelly donuts lately?
If it's not raspberry or strawberry jam, then yes.
Oh, good. Good. You're coming along then. Good to see that you're healing.
I'm getting it. It's a long road to recovery from vampirism, but I am making good strides.
That's good.
He's just kind
Do we
of
know any
nodding.
cats?
It's the understanding head bob, you know, where you're like,
Yes.
yeah, you'll get through it, as well as they're like, oh, that's a shame, head tilt.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you
As
know
well
what?
as the
I'll cope.
and nobody had to end this conversation, so we're just gonna awkwardly do this for a little bit.
Yeah.
Before somebody slaps their knees and says, "Right, I'm off," and then
Yep. All right.
Somebody a cat's paw. We are being used to no. We need to find a cat's paw.
Captain Colt says, "A cat's paw." Let me think. It couldn't be the work of. No, they haven't been seen in years. Have you heard of Puss in Shoes?
No.
You've
No.
not?
There was the Cheshire, but the last anybody saw of him was just a smile. I don't think they ever mentioned shoes.
Puss in Shoes makes the Cheshire Cat look like a fat, pampered house cat. Puss in Shoes is a notorious and dangerous cat. He is
That's a skinny cat.
he has swindled emperors out of their kingdoms. He has done terrible crimes, and I thought we were rid of him.
Well, apparently not.
Why would he be back in Thailandia?
To desk nap
Yes.
someone.
Yes, due diligence.
A mouse?
A mouse?
Was he chasing a mouse? Why he... Oh, I don't know.
We need to get you to a repair station quickly, dude. You're not as sharp as you were.
The catnip. Maybe it's the catnip. There is good catnip here.
We already know that Snow was making her move via charming. Would she have been mad enough to reach out to Puss in Shoes?
You think this is all connected then?
Could be. I mean, her drugs have gone missing from the precinct.
Damned woman.
She organized everything to get us all locked up in the sewers.
She had to... Oh. Do shudders about thinking about what she had to do to get Charming on her side.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know we've all been through a lot in the past few days, but I think we have to strike hard and we have to strike fast. It's time to take down Puss in Shoes once and for all. And you might be the only ones mad enough to do it.
True. Always down to take down Puss in Shoes.
Did he say mad or man?
Mad.
Dude's gonna go get the dent in his head taken care of.
Okay, so dude doesn't even confirm whether or not he's in on the mission. He just goes and finds someone to knock the dent out of his head. And you return where everybody's kind of still in the same position. Nobody's moved. Are you in?
Nodding again.
We've been stood here for 10 minutes.
In. Yes, I am in. We will do this.
I'm in.
We need flowers and chocolates.
Flowers I can do.
And Sooty will just go like a little almost like a magician would pull a bouquet out of their jacket. Sooty is just like a fa-cha. And
I imagine it's like Job from Arrested Development when he's doing his magic show.
All of a sudden she's wearing white gloves and a top hat.
A dove comes flying out, someone just drops on the ground.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Okay, and as you accept this mission, as you walk away, Captain Colt says, "And bring Desk home." As he stands there dramatically in the rain as you walk away. So, you move away from the gardens and the scenery of the TPD headquarters, and you have not a clue where to start. Everyone's kind of very slowly walking home from this funeral, but there's a weird chatter amongst everybody as the news that they have just buried Not Desk has spread around, and there's a renewed sort of happiness around the TPD. The fire and the loss of Desk kind of kicked the energy out of everybody, but now everybody's kind of perking up a bit. You have the city? Where would you like to look for information? And like, just as a DM here, anywhere you want to go, we create. So don't worry about being like, does this place exist? It exists if you want it to. So where would you like to head to find information about where you might find Puss in Shoes?
Does Puss in
Well,
Shoes...
I heard there was this bar down on the bad side of town, where those lowlifes kind of hung out, called the Litter Box.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That we could go there.
Go to the litter box. Okay, does anybody else have any ideas about where you would like to head? Nope.
I got nothing.
Alright, no worries.
It was mostly like, does Puss in Boots enjoy like getting his milk on? And if so, could we find Puss in Boots maybe at a local dairy tavern?
Ooh. There is. It is on the bad side of town near the litter box. This one is specifically a milk bar. But it's got like a sort of shady-ish reputation. It is like where not necessarily the bad ones hang out, but if you're looking for a little bit of danger, a little bit of slightly illegal activity, that might be a good place to head to. The litter box is like that, but cranked up to 100. Absolute confirmed criminals go to the litter box.
So we might also try and investigate if Puss in Shoes has any enemies. For example, I've heard a new peanut butter place has opened, and maybe some enemy dogs frequent it. You could ask them.
Ooh.
Maybe
I
they
like
picked up
the
the
sound.
scent.
Ooh.
Or maybe we could either find out more at the milk bar about him from probably regulars, that know him pretty well. Or the dog bar is most likely to have some good dirt as well. Like you said, have a good scent. They have a good nose for these things. The peanut butter bar. Peanut butter bar is a very fun word to say. Peanut butter bar, peanut butter bar, peanut butter bar.
It is part of the reason it has so much success. It's the name.
I believe a
Pussy
lot
store.
of the dogs from the TPD work there, go there, frequent there,
Yeah.
Very popular with the K9 officers.
Okay, so we're heading to the... Okay, so we headed to the peanut butter bar to begin with. Okay, so you head there. It's colloquially known as the Big Nut. And it's where as indeed a lot of the K9 officers of the TPD like to hang out. As you enter, you kind of see like in a corner booth, there's a bunch of K9 folks from the TPD in like a corner, and they're all sort of post-funeral having a drink and some peanut butter, I guess. And there's the patrons in here. There are a whole bunch. They're all mainly anthropomorphic dog people. There's a bunch sat around a table playing poker. And there is a bulldog behind the bar. He says, "All right. Can I help you?"
Hello.
Oh.
We'll have 3 of your finest beverages. I don't
What?
drink. 4 actually.
4 of them?
Could you make mine an oil, please?
Yeah, of course. It's still got no, it's Bob's voice. Hang on, I need a different voice. Shit. I can do 3 accents. Shit. All right, this is not Bob, but he has his voice. It's still got oil. It's still got peanut in it. It's peanut oil.
That will work.
Is that all right? All right.
Yes.
I'll take a
So you
water.
hook. Still got peanuts in it. You're not allergic, are you?
Peanut butter.
Never mind then.
You might want to try the milk bar down the road then. No peanuts there.
Can I
Anyway,
get some chocolate sprinkled on my peanut drink, please?
yeah, absolutely.
I like
yes,
chocolate with my nuts.
She likes it dipped.
Dipped in chocolate.
Yes. He sprinkles, because it's dog safe. Sprinkles the chocolate on top of your peanut butter and slides it down to you and leans on the bar. So, what are you lot doing in here then?
Word is in town that a certain criminal is back. What do you know about the Puss in Shoes?
You hear a very low growl start in his throat, and he's just, "Oh, I know of Puss in Shoes. Well, I know he's no good."
Exactly. We are on a hunt. We want to find him, but for that we need clues, anything you've heard. Now is the time to speak.
He laughs, and it sounds like a bark as he laughs. He says, "Yeah, you're not gonna find him. He'll find you though if he's interested."
Is
If
Blue
he's a
here?
smart-
Is he here?
Blue. Blue always has clues.
Quit. I'm out.
Oh, yeah, he's infamous, that boy Blue.
He goes, "Is that a joke? You're funny." And he says, "Old Clifford here can show you the way out if you're a jokester." And he points to a big, large red counter.
Well,
Joke?
You know
don't
as
mean
well
any
as I
harm.
do.
We're friends with Chopper.
It was all over the papers. Blue's never been the same since that incident with the salt and pepper shaker.
What
Baby
happened with the salt
paprika.
and pepper shaker?
No one dare say. It was a... It was a... And he shudders and shakes out his fur, and the collar around his neck jangles. Look, if you're looking for Puss in Shoes, I can't just leave it at Puss. I can't. I can't do it.
Get
Yeah,
yourself over to the
carry on.
bar.
Oh my god.
You want to head to the litter tray. I've heard he's there sometimes. Just, you've got to be careful. He's dangerous.
It's that cat scratch fever. Has to be.
Oh, once he gets hold of you, just ask. Well, yeah, you had a night with one of our bar lasses, and she was never the same.
What did he do to her?
I legally can't say.
Oof. Okay,
Was it a
how
grandpa?
badly do we want to find this desk? Really? Practically
Well,
speaking.
I mean, we can't raise a step stool.
I mean, it's just a desk.
It is complicated, I told
It's
you.
our desk.
Okay.
Put my hand on Deuce's shoulder. Metallic shoulder. Say, if it is important for you, count with my help. but this is becoming dangerous.
Yes. Well, we've done danger before. Well, actually, Finbar did danger, but it was twins, and
I understand.
So
I can go undercover. I will disguise myself and go into the litter boxes. Yeah, I can go undercover into the litter box.
Okay, it is dangerous, but if you think you are capable, maybe we can pull it
Yes.
off.
okay, so let's have a sleight of hand check for this disguise kit. That's what we usually use, right?
Yep, sleight of hand. All right, come on, baby. I've had bad luck with dice lately. Let's see.
Okay.
13.
13? Okay. So you're trying to go for something that looks like it came from the Broadway musical Cats, right? You're going for that whole thing. You've got the spandex suit, you've got the tail, you've got the gloves.
There's a headband.
There's a headband with little fluffy ears on, but it's kind of like if the costumer was one of those like Chinese cosplay companies on eBay. So it's kind of similar to, but like a crappier version of. Kind of gets the point across.
Just patches of fun fur in odd colors stuck onto his body.
Got the little whiskers drawn on.
Yep.
Well, while Dew is applying makeup, I'll take a gold coin from my purse and I'll concentrate for a second and cast Nistul's magic aura on it, making it a false magic item. Then once Dew's done, I hand the coin to Dew. Okay, here, very carefully. This is a fake magical item. It will appear with any detection. Everyone that tries to analyze it will think it is based with abjuration magic. But it's just a gold coin. If you need to trade for information, use this. Give the coin.
Excellent. It goes in a coin slot. And then you hear the sound of a soda can. Dew reaches in, hands it to Sooty.
It's a little shook up,
He put
but
it. Yeah.
all right.
It came out of
So-
the vending machine.
We are heading over to the litter box. Is Dew going in alone?
I think Sooty might go in with her, maybe inside in her little Jew hole.
Sooty, if
And
something
temporary
goes wrong, just-
shelter. But
And because if worst
Something
comes to worst, she is a druid. She could go in as a cat.
Exactly.
I could go in with you as a fellow cat.
it
Very
might be
true.
less suspicious that way.
All right, I'll go with you. And I will also be Kitty.
And she'll
Okay.
wild shape eventually into a cat.
Okay, what kind of cat is Sooty? What kind of cat does Sooty wild shape into?
Ooh. Trying to think. It needs to be like, maybe like a Scottish fold
Oh,
with a little like bent over ears.
Oh,
and the
little
big eyes.
Oh.
All right, so Dew in his makeshift cat costume, Sooty in wild shaped into a little Scottish fold cat trots in. This is like, it's kind of got that sort of darkened atmosphere of like a strip club, but there's no pole, there's no dancers. but it's got that sort of vibe to it. It's like a seedy sort of place. It's quite dark. There's a couple of hanging lamps, but they don't give off a whole lot of light. It seems very not too busy in here. It is the middle of the day, but roll me a perception check.
You sure there's no pole? Not even a scratching pole?
Oh, there would. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a scratching pole.
7.
I got a 3.
Okay. So you
It's going so well already.
you walk in and you scour. You look around, but you try to kind of be like low key whilst you also sort of look around. It's quite smoky in here. There's a lot of smoking and vaping happening. There's a lot of vaping in here. In fact, in one corner, there's just like 2 cats with big vape machines, and they're doing tricks and like rings and stuff with vape machines. I don't know where this is going, but regardless, a waitress comes over to you. She has a tray with a bottle of milk on it. She says, "Oh, hi, darlings. What can I get for you today?"
Milk, heavy on the cream. Meow.
Same for me.
All right, just go find yourselves a table. I'll be right over. And she saunters off.
Susie, you were thinking of the caterpillar with a hookah. Hookah.
Oh, there we go. With the hooker. Wait.
Okay.
With the hooker.
Probably that too.
Okay. So you take a seat in a little booth which has your back to the wall, and you get like a good vantage point of the club, as it were. And you can see in one corner there appears to be just one cat person sat at a table. Their feet are up on the table. They have a very large, wide-brimmed hat, which is pulled down low over their face with a big feather in it. And they have a beautiful pair of shoes on, as their little feet are crossed on the table.
I have a feeling that he might be quite catholic.
If he's not a catatonic.
For real. It'd be quite formidable. It's a possibility, after all.
Yes. We shall have to be cautious.
I assume the 3 of us would be close by as well.
Oh, stop. You're killing me. Oh my god, I'm in pain.
We're going to do this possibly.
So, so you 3 just entering and sort of veering off from these 2, but keeping an eye on them?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys head in. Are you trying to stay on the DL, on the down low? Are you trying to like sneak your way in, or are you just like casually like, oh, we're just customers? Because you are not cat-shaped, and that is notable in here.
Very not suspicious at all. Just, oh, this is a new place in town. Let's find out what it is and sit down.
Okay.
They heard
You're
there was
drawing
a
a
new
lot-
cat cafe where you could come in and pet the cats while you drink your coffee.
Definitely thought that was
There's
it.
a lot of eyes on you as you are the 2 non-cat-shaped, well, 3, sorry, because Maylene's with you. 3 non-cat-shaped people in here, but you are mostly left alone. The waitress returns to you, and she puts down some cream and milk. So, I haven't seen your face around here before. Are you new in town?
Yes.
Oh, well, you've come to the best bar in all of Talandia.
That is what I heard in the alleys.
Yeah. So, what are you in town for?
We heard there was a stray cat strut.
Oh?
And that there was a really good deal on shoes.
Oh, it's so. Okay. I could maybe hook you up with a good shoe dealer. Oh, what's your name?
Tin Pan.
Tin
I'm an alley
Pan.
cat. Yes, I'm an alley cat.
Mm-hmm.
Meow.
I can tell there's something dangerous about you, and she kind of boops you on the cat nose, which kind of wobbles a bit as she touches it. Hang on, let me just have her make a check, see if she notices. She
like,
does not.
He brings up an arm that kind of looks like a mangy paw, kind of tries to pretend to lick it, but it doesn't really have a mouth or tongue. He's going...
So he's just slapping a fake paw against his face. Ting. There's a very, like, metallic, soft tink, tink.
It's a very good prosthetic.
Mm-hmm. So you watch as she leaves your table and saunters over to the one with the very fashionable shoes, which, as you now pay more attention, are definitely a pair of Louboutins. And she leans over, has a couple of quiet words, and sort of gestures over to your table before you see a paw extend out into your view and gestures at you.
We've been invited over to go speak
in.
with... Yes, we're in.
Let's play it cool, though. Play it cool.
Yes.
Like, we're totally, you know, rough and tumble kitties.
Yes. And start doing that kind of... Do is trying to do the same walk that Cat Sooty is doing, and probably failing miserably.
Yeah, City's got that sort of slinky shoulder thing going, you know, like she's got the tail. You're trying to copy that, but there's just still something robotic about your actions. So there's a sort of slight grinding as you're trying to copy the shoulders, but nobody seems to be paying too much attention. But as you approach the table, the hat is still lowered down. And he doesn't speak as you approach.
The waitress said you deal in shoes?
As you say that, the head comes up and you see there's like a flash, like in anime, there's like a flash of light that catches his eye, and you see him smile widely, and you see his like cat fangs, and he goes, "Well, you've come to the right place. How can I help you today?"
We are new in town, and we are looking for shoes for the stray cat Strut.
I see.
He's been wearing sandals, and we feel that is not giving him the proper arch support that he needs.
No. Sandals will not do unless they have a wedge. But you can buy shoes anywhere in Telandia. Why have you come to me?
Because you have the best.
Yes, but anyone who knows who I am knows that I do not deal in shoes.
But the
So what do you really want?
We heard you might have access to some snow.
And he crosses his arms and leans forward. He says, Now that is a cat with balls. What do you know about snow?
I know that the street snow is not the premium quality that our boopers have gotten used to. And that things have been getting mighty chillier.
You're a smart kitty cat, I see.
I have my moments.
I would like you both to roll me deception checks, because he is definitely studying you.
Oh boy. No.
Okay.
Not too shabby.
I got a 19.
19.
I got a 9.
Okay. He says, now usually I am one to help my kin. You see, we cats got to stick together. But it appears though you've brought me a tin can. And he looks at due diligence.
No, tin pan. Tin pan, alley cat.
And he
Every
just
kitty needs their cat. Their kitty guard.
I'm a cat carrier.
After all, the peanut butter is just across the way.
He says, yes, and I can smell it on you.
We got roughed up before heading over here. I swear, profiling, it's a horrible thing.
Is that so? Then where is the blood on your claws, huh?
I applied a shock collar to the ones who attempted to rough her up.
Kitty guard, you should try one out. This is the latest model.
And Sooty will
I hold up-
ding ding.
I hold up a paw and electricity dances.
That's quite impressive. But we can dance around this all day. I know you're with the TPD.
You've been playing with the toilet paper rolls, haven't you?
I did it once or twice.
Isn't every cat with the TPD?
We all are when we think it might save our hides.
You, my robotic friend, you practically have a neon sign above your head that says you're a cop. I could tell from the second you walked in here. You move like a cop, you talk like a cop.
Being muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Muted.
Neon sign flag pops up. Cop. Cop. Cop.
See. And as that sign flashes, like half this bar just disappears. They just scatter. You notice this, Renard and Harmony. Bree has not Bree, Malene has also mysteriously disappeared.
What? Harmony? Did you see where... Maylene was just... What is happening? Kind
I
of
don't
look
know.
over at the table where Do and Sudi are, trying to see what's happening.
So as I
Maybe
said
there's a
before, we can dance around this all day. You can pretend to come buy some drugs from me, which you know I don't have. Or we can get down to brass tacks. You want your desk back, yes?
We are not fit to raise a step stool.
No, you are not. I have been watching you. You are not fit to raise a houseplant.
That would require a
Such a
house.
personal insult to this.
Yes, such a shame about your precinct burning down, huh? And very careless of you all to walk out and leave it completely unguarded. Who knows what miscreants could have stolen anything from your evidence and or contraband lockers.
Harmony, I think
So-
Du has a sign on top of his head saying, "It is time for us." I think the cover is blown.
Yeah.
Let's walk over
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Very slowly walk. And we'll stand up and walk over there, keeping an eye out on whoever might be watching us.
Nobody that is not knowledge that is known.
As I said,
And he
I've been
prints off a
watching you.
warrant. He prints off a warrant. I have a warrant for your arrest.
Oh, that's cute. And he just reaches forward and scratches it. Listen,
Another
do you
one
want your...
prints up.
And there's the cat part of him is like, when it prints out, he's like, before he reins it in, he's like, do you want your desk back or not?
No, I want the front desk back. My desk, I don't care about.
I was talking about the front desk.
Oh, well, you
Lord.
said, do you want your desk back?
He just kind of looks past to non-harmony. You work with that?
Hello, Monsieur Puss. Is that right?
In shoes, yes.
Ah, I always forget that, but never mind me. Yes, my colleague here can be a bit blunt sometimes, but the truth is, you know very well why we are here. And we are asking, I am asking, what price do you ask for our desk back?
It is not a great price, per se. You see, I'm in town on business. And part of my business is I arrange things, and I have arranged a spectacle. I have arranged a mighty, mighty spectacle. However, my fighters have cancelled on me. And I need this fight to happen. So, you be my fighters, you get your desk.
Take a quick look around, see how many people are left in the bar.
There's the
Do we have to
barkeep.
win?
1 sec. There's the barkeep who's patently deliberately not paying attention. He's like very interested in one spot on his bar. The waitress is kind of lounging against the bar, and she's very interested in what's being said. You can see that she too is wearing a pair of Louboutins. There are 1 or 2 other people in here who are kind of like doing the dealy where they're not looking but they're looking. But for the most part, the second the cop sign went up, this bar cleared. Nobody seems to be like advancing menacingly or anything in here. Like no one's gonna like jump you from what you tell. So you said, do you have to win? And he says, well, yes. Otherwise, what is the point?
Well, you just said fight, and I mean, that doesn't always imply winning.
No, but I have a lot of people who make bets on my fights. And I need you to win, because that's what I told everybody would happen.
How do we
And I
know
have
that the
very-
desk is okay?
And he reaches under the table and lifts up a Hessian sack and drops it. And it goes with a thud. It is sort of medium-sized and quite boxy in shape. Take a look for yourself.
I carefully making sure to shield it, what I'm doing from Sooty's eyes, open it up.
It is one of the drawers from the desk.
Dude closes the sack, very carefully wraps it up, puts it in a different compartment than the one Sooty uses. I'm going to take. I will declaw you for this.
One day, maybe, but not today. So, I ask you again, how much do you want your desk?
We fight.
And he grins once more, and all his teeth are bared. And he gestures to the waitress, and he says, "Around on me." And he celebrates this, and he gives you instructions on where to appear and when to appear. And it's in a few days' time. It is an underground fighting pit, which is kind of well known, but kind of unspoken of around Thailandia. Like, when you arrive there, you see other members of the TPD there as fighters, as people placing bets, as people watching, and they kind of give each other like that "I know you, you don't know me" kind of look, like, "No, we're not going to speak that we were here" kind of look. So is there anything you would like to do before your bout in the pits?
So that was an intense conversation, huh? What are we gonna do about Puss in Shoes after we fight? After we have our desk back?
Declaw him.
I propose that we keep our eyes open during the fight, and if we find an opportunity, something that we can use as leverage against him, seize it.
That is one cat that needs to be spayed.
Agree. Ooh, this just became serious, huh? Well,
Yes.
fight first, serious later.
Yeah. Dude casts
Okay.
major. Dude's got mage armor on himself.
All right, so any spells you would cast, just refill your totals back up to full, because it's a few days later. So you've any HP, any spell slots, any dice or anything you've used, refresh those, because there's a couple days after the fact. But you are led through, and there is no sort of like ring or arena. It's like a circle of people, of people watching, that sort of make up this arena. And it is it's like one of those sort of sand dirt floor dealios, like super underground, like Fight Club, like Snatch-esque sort of unlicensed boxing, sort of dodgy, unlawful operation. And the crowds are cheering, and as Puss in Shoes steps into the middle of the arena, the crowd goes, "Puss, Puss, Puss, Puss," and he silences them all. I realize what I was saying. He silences them all, and he says, "Tonight, a spectacle, my friends. You see, we have our fine officers of the TPD," and he gestures to all of you, and the crowd's like, "Boo!" And even the TPD officers in the crowd are like, "Yeah, boo! Boo the TPD!"
Yeah. Boo. Oh, wait, no, wrong side. Boo you.
Yeah, Dude's seriously considering casting Chill Touch on the cat right now.
And then he gestures to the crowd, which parts, and he says, "And tonight, in a special guest appearance, we have Daisy!" And the crowd is like, "Wah!" And as the crowd separates, you see a huge shadow of a very large female, like, minotaur. And she has She has the nose ring, which has like a little daisy on it. And she has like a tattoo up her arm of a big daisy, and she's wearing like a harness and stuff. And she sort of does the whole like almost steam comes out of her nostrils as she steps forward, and she like scrapes her foot and lowers her horns. And Puss in Shoes is stood in the middle, and he says, well, place your bets, everybody. Who will win? These pathetic excuses for police officers or our reigning champion? And he, people have started taking bets around, and he says, are both my combatants ready?
Did he just say pathetic? I mean, slightly offensive. I think we are pretty capable.
Yeah.
Are you
yes.
ready?
Yes, we're ready. Yes.
Sorry, was
Yeah, he
distracted.
gestures.
Never mind.
He gestures again to Daisy, and she gives in a very enthusiastic expelling of steam. And he steps back and says, let them fight. And so, I would like everybody to roll initiative. Ugh. Don't worry, folks. You don't have much to worry about my rolling again. All right. Do we have any initiative between 25 and 20? Bless you.
Thank you.
Is that a 21 for Harmony? I think so. I think we've just lost
Oh,
Yeah,
Julie.
no.
She's been popping
I'm
in.
back. Okay.
Oh, you're back. Okay, so 21 for Harmony. Between 20 and 15.
15?
15 for Reynard. 15 and 10.
11?
11 for Do. Okay, and Sati, what did you get?
I got a 6.
Oh no. Okay,
We
so
got this, guys. We got this.
at the top
Nailed
of the
it.
round, we have Harmony. So, this Minotaur is stood about 30 feet away from you. She is very aggressive and looks like she is there to kill. So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do Ray of Frost.
Okay.
So that's
So
that's a
that's an
D20
attack
to
roll,
hit.
right?
Yeah. 14.
14 will hit.
And then 2d8. Nine.
So that's 9 damage. Okay. Okay, so you channel this ray of cold energy that blasts the Minotaur. Does it do anything in terms of like stopping reactions or movement speed or anything like that, or is
Its
it
speed
just
is reduced by 10 feet.
okie dokie? So speed is now this. Okay, all right, Renard.
Very scary Minotaur lady in front of me, so I'll sidestep to one of the sides, wherever, full movement, and you know what's coming. Spiritual weapon, 3rd level,
Spiritual
on top of the
weapon.
Minotaur, and a giant translucent tentacle sprouts from midair and tries to strike the Minotaur.
Get it.
Get it. Ooh,
Oof.
27 to hit.
Yeah.
Which means it is... what does this mean? 16 force damage.
Ooh.
It's my bonus action. As an action, I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at it.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Yeah, all right then.
Okay. 40-10. Total of 5, guys. 40-10, total of 5. Nice.
Oh.
It's Charlie's fault. The dice
Yep.
curse. It's after that Middle Earth shenanigans yesterday. Okay. Well, it's now Daisy's turn, and she's not best impressed with what you just did, Renard. And this arena itself is like 60 feet in diameter. It's not very big, and she is just going to charge at you. So, oh, okay, so she's gonna run at you and do a gore attack. But she's going to do this recklessly. So she's going to recklessly gore you, or
Of course she
attempt
is.
to.
I clutch my shield very hard.
That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty sure that hits.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you're going to take a lot of damage, and I'm sorry.
Bye, guys.
You take 19 points of piercing damage as she runs at you and just sticks her horn. She manages to like scoot a little bit the last second and get around your shield, and one of her horns just pierces you right in the gut, and she kind of lifts you up in the air for a second and showboats while you're stuck on her horn before she drops you to the ground.
Suck a blood.
All right. And then she's gonna like stand in front of you and just like thump her chest and showboat and flex to the crowd. All right. So, you're up next.
I would like the Minotaur to make a wisdom saving throw, please. DC 15 as I attempt hold person.
Okay. So. Oh, that's a 23. So she makes the
Okay,
save.
Yeah, that didn't work. Okay. I look at Sooty.
Sorry. We can rewind time because she's not a person. So you would know that spell wouldn't work.
A humanoid. Oh, she doesn't count as a humanoid?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll
So
skip
we can
that
rewind
one
time.
then. Yep. Let's go with... Yeah, okay. Let's just start with magic missile just to irritate them.
All
at
right.
second level.
At second level? All right, blast her.
12 points of force
What is
damage.
with all the ones?
I don't know.
Oh, what is this?
But the little panel has opened up for Sooty, and I go position myself close to Sooty.
Okay. So Sooty can hide if she so wishes to. Speaking of Sooty, it is now her turn.
Sooty will probably... There's a bunch of... I'm going to cast Entangle on the ground and then
Nice.
climb inside of Deuce's hole.
Okay, so that is...
Deuce's hole. Oh, that makes it way worse if I say the Deuce's hole. Yeah, so I'm going to cast Entangle.
It's a strength save, right?
Bloom before boom.
Boom before boom. Yeah, so it's strength saving throw.
All right. That is a 7 in total.
Ooh. Restraints have happened.
Girl is
Question.
restrained. Yes.
Technically, do I have to make the saving throw as well?
I mean, you are next to her in melee, so yes.
Exactly. Great.
You can do this. You can do this.
Oh, look, I have a -2 on strength saving throws, guys. It's gonna be fine. It's
Oh.
gonna be fine.
Oh,
Oh.
9.
well, Renard is now
restrained.
also entangled. Well, you know, it's fun. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn, Seti?
Climb inside would do. And
Okay.
other than that, yeah.
All right. So Seti, having entangled the Minotaur, and Renard is going to scramble inside Do and hold up. Harmony, you're up. So this massive beast is currently ensnared in vines, which means that if you rolling to attack, so if you use a spell like your cone of icy daily thing, I know spells,
Ray of
you have
Frost.
advantage. That Ray of Frost, that's it. You have advantage.
Cool.
You've got this harmony.
Ooh, so
17?
that's yeah, plus your spell modifier, which is should be
+4.
plus 4, so 21. That absolutely hits.
Okay. Another 2d. If I can pick this up, thank you.
You've got this.
All right. So what's that final total?
Sorry, let me check.
No, it's all right.
Uh, 8.
So for 8 points of damage, this ray of frost shoots out from Harmony and hits squarely against this creature that seems to feel it. It's cold. Okay, so Renard, you're up.
frozen.
It's frozen. Her speed, if it wasn't already reduced to 0, would be reduced by 10 feet. So she's extra restrained. Renard, you're up next. You are currently restrained.
Yeah. I will, with my action, attempt to fight my restraints and get the hell out of dodge. Let's see if it works. No.
Okay,
Natural 1.
I feel. Oh. Okay,
-1.
never mind.
Total, -1 total.
Okay, so you try to struggle out of the vines.
Doesn't work, which means I will move the spiritual weapon and repeat the attack as bonus action, because that's all I can do. Reckless, so I have advantage, correct? She attack reckless. Oh, and also restrained.
I don't think restraint that. Oh yeah, she's yeah. Never mind.
I don't know.
Don't worry about my brain. Yeah, you get advantage.
Good. 22 in that case.
yeah.
2 hits,
That'll hit.
and that is a 14 force damage.
14 force damage. Okay. So that's a good solid whack with the tentacle.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it is Daisy's turn. And she is not happy about being entangled in these vines.
I'll shout, "We are in the same situation, please don't attack me."
I relate to you more than you know right now.
She seems quite bestial at the minute, and she's just trying to escape. So she's going to roll a strength check to try and bust out of these vines. I imagine that a 22 would probably do it. Just to burst out. So she is no longer restrained. But that was her action. And she's gonna stand there and loom over you, Renard, as she has her axe raised in a chop motion. All right, Do, you're up next.
I need her to make a dex save, please. DC 15.
Save. Oh, that's an 8. That's a fail.
All right. Well, we're going to have a little steer roast as I create bonfire underneath her feet.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Starts smelling really delicious in here. That's 12 points of fire damage.
12 points of damage. Okay. Oh no, wait. I can do maths. All right. So the air kind of starts to smell not too bad. It's like there's a lovely roast dinner on. Although there is also burning hair because she's a Minotaur, so she has hairy legs. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Do?
Back up against as far away from her as I can and stay within the ring.
Okay, yeah. So you go all the way as far back as you can, and you feel hands kind of like stopping you from retreating, so that they're not letting you leave the arena, but they don't like push you back in. So that they just
okay. Yep. Staying at the edge.
Okie doke. And you hear like cheering and jeering from people being like, "Oh, don't run away, you fucking chicken!" All right. So Sooty, you have been wheeled all the way back to the edge of the arena. There is a bonfire beneath the Minotaur. Renard is encased in vines, and Harmony is just blasting some cold.
Sooty, for this round, is going to do her typical "I have just crawled inside of Jew" guidance.
All right.
Before, going through the vending machine and things like that.
All right.
There's now a hot plate in there for you and a little refrigerator since the TPD burned down.
Oh yeah, she just made you a little house.
Oh, I now just live inside of Jew because I lost my home. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. I forgot about that part. When I lost the TPD, I lost my home. Oh, it's all hitting now.
Yeah, Juice set himself up as an emergency shelter.
I'll just climb inside of my little blanket and sleeping bag with a coffee and food in the fridge.
Just kind of sit there with a granola bar as you contemplate losing everything in the fire.
It's fine. It's fine.
Right. So that'll bring us back to the top of the round with Harmony. What would you like to do? The Minotaur is no longer restrained, and you would no longer have advantage on hitting her. You would on Renard if you wanted to hit him.
I'm gonna do Ice Knife.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so are you going to position it to the other side of the Minotaur so you don't hit Renard?
Yes.
Okay.
Messy.
Because he would automatically fail on that.
Yes.
Okay, so that is an attack roll, I believe.
14.
Your spell modifier is plus
4.
4, so 18. Yeah,
So
that
18.
works. Mm-hmm. And she has to make a dex save, right? As it explodes.
Yes.
All right. Oh, well, that's an 8. So she will take the lot of damage you can do with Ice Knife.
Okay, so that's 1d10 plus 2d6.
Whew.
Do the 2d6 first. $18 damage.
18 damage total. Hot diggity damn. All right. That is. I can't do maths. Okay, did maths. Okay, so you watch as Harmony shoots out a hand towards this Minotaur, and the shard of ice zooms out, hits the ground, and then explodes into splinters around. And there's a couple of people in the crowd that are ah. Fuck me eye, as just shards of this ice splinter off as blood is drawn, and they're yeah. And the Minotaur, in her pecs, she has this big shard of ice, and she pulls it out, and she doesn't look impressed. Renard, you are up.
Beginning of my turn, I'll shout, "Should he get these vines down? The Minotaur is no longer restrained. Just stop concentrating!" And yeah, what will I do? I don't know. It's still in melee with me, correct?
Yes, but
Okay.
her attention is not on you at the minute. Her attention is very much on somebody else right now.
Okay, good to know, but still not ideal. Okay, I will cast, first of all, Bless at second level as my action
Ooh.
on myself this time, and then the Harmony. Oh, just four of us. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the four of us. Easy. And then bonus action, try and spiritual weapon again, as I am restrained, but not my tentacle. So my tentacle will have a go. Natural 20.
Yeah, all right then. Missed 2 crits.
Well, the last one was not very good, so let's not jinx it, please. Oh, in this case, yeah, 26 force damage.
26? Damn, dude.
Yeah, crits.
All right. Okay. So there's a very spiritually loud, wet slap as this tentacle just slaps the Minotaur right across her face. What was that sound?
The tentacle.
It was the tentacle, yeah.
It was not me.
No. And she doesn't seem impressed by that, but her focus is still on Harmony, and she's going to charge Harmony. And she's going to try to do it recklessly too. So we'll see if she hits.
Is she going out of melee range with me?
She is, so you would get an attack of opportunity.
Which is a punch.
It's a punch. I don't
Yes. With a -2 to hit, it's still a 16 to hit,
that hits.
which deals 0 damage. Just so you know. I just really wanted to say that.
So as she sort of runs past, you give like a really limp, like, punch. Just sort of like bounces off her arm. She doesn't notice. That is going to be That's going to be a 15 to hit you, Harmony.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so you're gonna take a lot of damage, and I am sorry.
It's okay.
No, you're not.
Okay, so that is. Oh no. That's 29 points of piercing damage.
Oh my
Roll
God.
2 8s.
Okay.
And I would like you to make me a strength saving throw.
Great.
You could do it, I believe.
Good.
16.
16 makes the save, so she tries to throw you to your like sweep the leg. She tries to go for a correct leg sweep, but whiffs it. You manage to keep your ground as one horn is stuck into you. She pulls it out, and you can see now, like from either horn, there's just blood dripping down. One from Renard, one from Harmony, and she is so happy about it. And she says to you, in a very sort of ragey voice that you can barely hear through her gritted teeth, she says, "Blood for blood." And she's like showboating and cheering. That is her turn. Do, you're up.
Okay. I need to see if I have one thing real quick. Okay, I'm gonna stop the bonfire before it burns Renard.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna drop concentration on that, and then I'm going to cast. Actually, no. Dew's going to pull a patch off of the robe, drop it in the trebuchet, and as it flies through the air, it becomes a dagger.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna do. We're gonna pull out the big yeet.
The big yeet.
Yeah.
Dew's big yeet.
Okay, and she has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, a dex save for Daisy.
DC 15.
It was on 20 for a second before once more it rolled over to 8. So she has failed.
That is going to be 3d8 of bludgeoning damage.
3d8.
For a total of 10.
Total of 10. All right. So this dagger just flies through the air and it just makes like a dull thud as it just goes thunk into her pec. And she kind of looks down at it and then back up at you, Do, and back down at the dagger and then up at
And
you.
Dew goes, somatic component.
Despite herself, she's very mad about being stabbed in the boob by a trebuchet. But despite herself, she kind of laughs at that as she sees she finds some humor in it. All right, Sooty, you are up. Oh, you're muted.
All right, I think what Sooty's going to do is she will enter concentration on the entangle. And add some fuel to the fire by using a flaming sphere.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Is it an attack to hit? I can't remember.
It's you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
A dex save. All right. Can I roll more than 8 on a dexterity saving throw for Daisy? No, that was 4.
Booyah. So that's 2d6 fire damage.
All right, get her. We're having some barbecue tonight. Except don't eat this because
Back on the menu, boys.
Hey.
Okay, that will come to a 6 total.
6 total. All right.
4 and a 2.
Okay. Hey, damage is damage.
Damage
All
is
right.
damage. And it's just the Minotaur, correct? Right now?
Yes,
Or
there's
is-
nobody else fighting.
and it doesn't look like the Minotaur's going anywhere right now, right? They don't look like they're going to be running or moving out of that thing.
They do have their eyes fixed on Dew. Like she is mean mugging Dew something fierce.
All right, then for my bonus action with it, I am going to get it to start. I'll get it to move between Dew and the Minotaur.
Okay, so just have it like in the middle, kind of like in front.
Yep.
Cool.
Like
yeah.
no. Not touching, can't be annoyed. Not touching, can't be annoyed. Like,
All right. So that brings us back to the top of the round with Harmony.
Alright, I'm gonna do another ice knife.
Okay. You would have advantage because she was reckless when she gored you.
Casually dropping the word gore. Yeah, sure. She gored you. No biggie.
I mean, it's what happened.
<gasps> 19?
That will hit.
Okay. They have to make a dex save.
That is true. Oh my god! There's a 6! Right, that dice is dead to me. Gone.
Could it be dead to you after the show?
No! Okay, so that's full damage on the,
Remind me, which one is the... No, I think I got it.
You got it?
I think so.
No throwing my toys. I'm banishing a cursed dice. Alright, so that's 8 from the explosion and then 4 on the thing. So that's 12 total, is it?
Yeah.
12 total damage. Nice. Okay, so there's another explosion. Psh, more shards, more people losing eyes, more shouts and joy as blood is being spilled. Renard, you are up. You are free.
Yes! Vive la France! No, different thing.
Can you
So-
hear the people singing?
I'm not happy at all with this running around and goring people, so I will move, not melee, but close enough so he can't run at me again. 'Cause it
So,
hurts.
mechanically speaking, for her not to be able to charge you, you have to be within 10 feet of her. She has to run at least
Sure.
10 feet to get you.
So I'll
So,
place
oh,
myself at 9 feet.
Just scoot a little bit.
Exactly.
Alright.
And then I will... Did she recklessly attack?
She did, yes.
So I would have advantage on my attacks. So I will Guiding Bolt, first of all.
Ooh.
Second level. Advantage.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, 17 hit.
That will hit.
That will be 5d6. Ooh. 21 radiant damage.
Oh, yikes.
And
Okay.
then bonus action. You know what's coming.
I do.
It's a tentacle. Ouch. A 2 and a 3.
Does not
11 to
hit.
Yeah, nope.
Does not hit,
Tentacles.
unfortunately.
Off his game.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Yes.
It is Daisy's turn. And she is going to, same trick, run at Do and gore him, and she's going to do so recklessly. Harmony, you will get an attack of opportunity
Okay.
because she has left your melee range, so you can give her a good solid punch or whatever you have available to you for that.
I'm gonna hit with my quarterstaff.
Nice.
So that's 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, that's 3 damage.
3 damage. Nice. Okay. So, as she leaves your melee range, you just quickly whip around with your quarterstaff and strike her across the back, and it kind of like, she goes like, but she's going to be undeterred. She's focused on taking down the shiny metal push pedal bin, and that's going to be it wasn't a crit by
Thank
1.
you.
That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so. Okay, no 8s, so we're alright. That is 20 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Don't be stupid like myself and forget the D4, because I didn't have the D4.
Yeah, you got the
to save it through.
Yep. Okay. Let's, Plus 30, 20.
You are absolutely fine. She tries to take you out and knock you on the ground. But she does not manage it. You stand proud and strong as this cow just tries to take you out.
Little spikes come out of it, and he plants them in the ground. I will not be moved.
Moved. Move. I was gonna do that.
All right, it is your turn.
It's very convenient of her to come into melee range with me as I shocking grasp with advantage.
Nice. Get her.
That's going to be a 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
All right.
Taser.
Exactly.
It's a cattle prod.
Yes. Oh, this is why I love playing with you so much. I can't find the stupid cantrip to figure out how much damage it is. There it is. Got it. Okay. D8. Right.
D8, get her.
So that's 8 lightning. But she cannot take reactions until the start of her next turn, which means that I don't know if it's better to stay in melee with her or not. She can't go on me if she melees me. Yeah, we'll stay here.
Okay, so you're going to stay up close.
Yep, and the escape hatch is open for Suti if she needs to get out.
Okay, so Sooty, Do has just cattle prodded this Minotaur and opened his escape hatch should you wish to flee. However, it is now your turn. You are in melee with this big beast.
I am now in melee. So, I think this might be the perfect time. Oh wait, is Thunder Waves a radius, isn't it?
It's a cube.
Yeah,
It's a cube that comes out from you, so you can determine how that cube comes out from you.
Yes. You would probably hit some spectators, but none of your friends. They're at an illegal fighting ring. I mean, you know.
Yeah, not exactly. We'd probably be arresting all of them anyway. Yeah, we'll go for it. Suti's going to let out a big poof, like jump up and down as her feet hit the ground, just goes forward. And yeah, that is a Constitution saving throw for each creature.
Oh my god, what is wrong with my dice? That's a 6 with the modifier.
Wow.
Okay. Well, that's 2d8 then. Well, luckily for you, I only got like a 4, so that's fine. It's fine.
4 damage. Okay, so as this
and you're also
happens,
pushed 10 feet away.
Okay, so there is a huge thunderous boom. Some guy stood next to you in the ring, sort of one of the spectators. His glasses just explode on his face because of the thunder wave. One guy's tooth just ching breaks.
Wow.
and the Minotaur is pushed away. As it does, her skirt that she's wearing, because it's kind of like leather tassel skirt, sort of like breezes up, and you see she's wearing like cycling shorts that say "Got Beef" on them. And she quickly puts it down, and she looks mad as she is pushed 10 feet away, but cannot do anything about it. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Sati?
I'll crawl inside of you.
All right, so you remain nestled within due diligence. All right,
Just going home. Just going home.
How many-
I'm out.
Back to you, Harmony. What would you like to do?
I'll do frostbite.
Ooh.
The target has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Okay, that was double digits this time, but it's still a 10. No, wait.
Okay.
Sorry, 13. Because, yeah, there was a 10 on the dice. Plus 3 modifier, so 13.
So, on a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold. So 4.
Takes 4
4
damage.
damage, and it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes.
Dang, okay. So she kind of freezes up as you frostbite her. Okay, would you like to move or anything like that? Or are you happy where you are?
How close am I to her?
You would be like 40 feet away from her.
I'll stay where I am for now.
All right, okie doke. Which will bring us to Renard.
I will continue to run, so I'm close to the Minotaur.
Exactly 9 feet away.
Yes, well, sometimes 8. I'm not very precise, you know.
I see.
And I will probably try the same. I'm gonna go Guiding Bolt as
All right.
my last second level slot.
Uh-oh.
Did the Minotaur attack recklessly or not really?
She gored dudes
yeah,
recklessly.
yes, she did.
Okay. In that case, still advantage. Total of 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Guiding Bolt does 19 radiant.
Yikes.
And
Okay.
then here comes the spiritual weapon. The tentacle is still on the trail. Wait, I didn't drop it in the correct place. Ooh, 27 hit.
Oh my god, yeah.
And
Okay.
as the tentacle wraps around and deals 18 points of force damage.
Hey, so how does the tentacle kill this cow lady? Or knock her out, depending on what you would like to do. Are you going for the kill, or are you going for a submission?
If you allow me to do non-lethal with a spell, I'm going for... Yeah? Okay. In that case, yeah, the tentacle will just wrap around the Minotaur's neck and just choke her out.
All right. Yeah, okay. So the spiritual weapon, using the window you gave it with the guiding bolt. So she's distracted from being blasted by this radiant energy, and her guard isn't up. So your tentacle snakes up behind her and just wraps itself around her throat and chokes her out. And she holds on for a long time. She's struggling and fighting it before she just goes, passes out. At which point, Puss in Shoes steps out and says, Well, it looks like we have a winner. Congratulations, officers of the TPD. You did so marvelously. Give a hand to our brave officers. And the crowd's like, yeah, woo. And the other TPD officers are like, yeah, They're very
He's
quietly
excited
celebrating.
for us.
There's a couple of people in the crowd that seem very happy as they net huge bags of gold. So, I am a cat of my word, and I promised you your desk should you cooperate with me. And so, I present to you your desk. And the crowd separates once more, and there is desk. He's looking a little scuffed. He's missing one or two handles. The drawer is missing earlier. But he is there, and he is whole and complete.
I'm going to take the drawer over, because I still have it in the compartment, take it out and place it carefully, and then use mending.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you heal him up, and he says to you, "Oh, dude, I'm so glad to see you. What happened?"
It's a long story. There was snow and a cat and Charming and Cream and the sewer and Ooze and a Hawaiian shirt and Ash. A lot happened.
You'll have to tell me over some furniture polish someday. Can I go home?
Yes. And we are very glad we do not have to raise your son as a step stool.
I'm glad to. All right. And as you turn around to apprehend the criminal mastermind, Puss in Shoes, he is gone.
Damn puss.
And the crowd.
Sorry,
And the
I am
crowd-
professional.
Oh, we're all adults here.
That's our problem.
Yeah.
And the crowd are kind of stood there, completely bemused by what's happened. Why you folks are stood around a desk, talking to a desk. And they all kind of awkwardly start to make their way out. The TPD officers that are there are like, because they've definitely noticed that is the front desk, and they scoot their way out. Is there anything you would like to do or say before we end our session for today?
The cat's completely gone, huh?
He is gone without a trace.
Can't see it. Okay. Darn it.
And the cat's out of the bag, I guess.
I guess.
Or into the bag. We do have no idea where he is.
It's Schrodinger's cat.
It is. It is pretty much holding his cat. Yes. Not Puss in Shoes, Puss in Box now.
Was in box.
Anyway, as we get a very so is there. I reckon you carry Desk out of this underground fighting ring, really like Officer and a Gentleman. You just pick him up and take him out. And there's like light applause for people as you walk out. As you make your way back to the TPD, you swear you hear somewhere just out of your reach the fashionable click, click, click of two cat-sized Louboutin shoes. And that is where we will end our session for tonight.
Can I pull out the can opener and click it a little bit times? Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty.
You hear dust, like a dustbin get knocked over, and
It was worth a try.
Oh, okay. So, oh boy, that was yet another fun-filled episode of Once Upon a Time. We went to book wild places, entendres were made, Jokes were had, stomachs are hurting, faces ache, but thank you all so much for tuning in for our penultimate episode. As I said, next week will be our grand finale. Will our brave officers take down Snow White once and for all? You'll have to tune in to find out. Probably, maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, let's all go around and say who we are and where you can find us on the internet and if we had fun tonight. So I shall start with our wonderful guest. Nuno, did you have fun tonight and where can we find you on the internet?
Obviously, this is always the best time ever. Full of laughter. My muscles, tomorrow is gonna ache. My face, always the same thing. But yeah, thank you very much for having me again. It's always a pleasure to play with you guys. Always a lot of fun. And for everyone else, you can find me on the interwebs, namely on Twitter @PDRollers. And yeah, I do some online stuff once in a while. I usually do more in-presence stuff here in London, where I live. But sometimes I'm online here, sometimes somewhere else. Depends.
Well, thank you for joining us again. Renard, is always a delight to have. Next up, we have lovely Julie, family of friends. Did you have fun tonight? And where can we find you on the internet?
Yeah, I had fun. This is actually my first ever stream on Twitch.
Oh, welcome!
Welcome!
So that's that. And you guys can find me on Discord, Family of Friends, or Twitter.
Well, thank you very, very much for joining us today. And yeah, congratulations on your first stream game. I'm sorry
Thank
it was
you.
this one.
It's okay.
And our regular cast and crew. Unfortunately, Bree had to duck out quite early into the game. She wasn't feeling too well. But Bree is an absolutely wonderful TTRPG streamer. You can find her all over the internet at NPC Bree. She's on like a million channels, killing it everywhere she goes. So check her out. So that's Bree's. So it's just at NPC Bree. Check her out on Twitter. She'll post links to where she is and stuff like that. Madam Gandalf, did you have fun tonight? And where can we find you on the internet?
You know, tonight I had so much fun, and as always, and you got me craving milk. Like, I went and got a glass of milk partway through because I haven't drank just a glass of milk in a long time. But man, going to a milk bar and getting into the zone of like, I am now a cat. I will now do the catty thing. I was craving milk. Can't say that D&D has ever made me crave milk before, so that's always a first. Well, I have many firsts with you, Susie. But yeah, as always, I absolutely love being here and getting to play with new faces. PD Rollers, is always lovely to see you back here. And family and friends, you did an amazing job, and I can't believe that this was your first. I would never have been able to tell it was your first one. So well done on keeping it cool. My name's Madam Gandalf. You can find me everywhere as Madam Gandalf, and even the weird, fan fiction sites. Yes, that's still me. No one else wants to be Madam Gandalf. It's just me. I stream a variety of different games, including D&D on my own channel on Wednesdays, based in the world of The Witcher. And I do cooking tonight and a bunch of other things. So come on by my Green Dragon Tavern and have a drink on me and watch me scream at Sekiro.
Oh, dude, that game. I was playing it yesterday. So mad. Kat, Cleric of COD, did you have fun tonight? And where can we find you on the internet?
I always have fun. This has been... I love this. I love this so much. I love laughing on Thursdays with great people and like Julie. And Julie, awesome. Here's the first of many more.
Yeah.
Many more. You did great. And that was and I loved your character. Harmony's, I like Harmony. My name is Kat. I'm at Cleric of Court on the Twitters and on Twitch. I don't really do anything on my own channel, but you can find me on a lot of other people's channels playing D&D and tabletop role-playing games. Let's see. I'm actually... Next one will be Sunday night on the Arcana Code, and then Mondays I will be back here for some 40K with the lovely Frost from Fire as my Madam Inquisitor. And then I have a pinned tweet on the top of my page that you can find me throughout the week playing games and just talking D&D and tabletop games on Twitter. Thank you for coming by, everybody.
Well, thank you very much for playing with us again, folks. As for myself, I am Sue, otherwise known as Susanna Grace. I always have fun DMing these shenanigans, and I never quite know what's going to happen. As I said before the game even started today, I don't know if you can see very well in the camera. You see this little block here? These are my notes. That's all it was, because hey, it never goes the direction I intend. But you can find me all over the internet at Susanna Grace. That's Susanna with one N. I'm a variety streamer who does art, video games, including Sekiro, and TTRPGs. I have a pin tweet, much like Cleric of COD, where you can find out where I am, what I'm doing, what system I'm playing on any given day. That will be updated soon because this season is ending. But next time you can see me tomorrow is right here in this time slot for the finale of Act on Cthulhu. So tune in for that. I have good information that's going to be an explosive finale. So we'll see how that goes. But that is it from us for tonight. Take care, everybody. And remember, try not to roll too many natural ones because we want to be there laughing when you do. We'll catch you later, folks.